Hi everybody, Matt here from Matt Likes Comics. Today's topic is one that's probably not well known, I would say. It's a Dynamite title, and I really liked it. I don't know how many people out there have heard of or seen this. I know that the members of my channel got to see some of the books that I'm about to show, but I did that as a quick thing. I am doing a full, as I've managed to finally get the full run, I am about to do a video on this. And that person is Hennifer Blood. Her original name is Jessica Blood, and she is the daughter of Sam and Jennifer Blood. The Blood family are a very, very horrid family. They're brutal, they're nasty, they're crime. Their patriarch Hugo betrayed Jewish people to Germany during the Second World War. Sam is now a leader of a criminal gang in the United States with his brothers. They consist of his 5 brothers: Jimmy, Michael, Nicholas, Pete, and Steve. After Sam married Jennifer, his brothers thought that he was becoming very weak, and then they decided to kill him off and take over the gang. At the funeral, Pete vowed to take care of his former sister-in-law Jennifer because she was a good-looking woman, but these kind of guys are not the nicest guys you'll ever meet. Meanwhile, Jessica was sent away to private school and was boarding school. Pete, however, talked in his sleep and revealed through his talking in his sleep that he and his brothers killed Sam, and Jennifer, his former wife, who's now with Pete, because you don't say no to these guys, discovered the truth that way and then decided to commit suicide. Jennifer had warned and urged Jessica to disappear because the Blutes have a habit of tying up loose ends. Fearing her uncles, Jessica faked her death by jumping off a yacht during spring break. She survived because she was an excellent swimmer. She survived and made it to land unseen, and then took on a new identity of Jenny Bell. She trained in all kinds of hand-to-hand and weapons combat, espionage, forgery, and many other skills needed to be on the run. She is motivated by her revenge again. It's against her uncle, sorry, and she will always. This is her one thought. During an accounting class, which she was taking to learn how to read the books to find, missing monies or inappropriated funds, that kind of thing, she met Andrew Fellows, who was her teacher. He was the complete opposite of every man she'd ever known in her life before. So she fell in love with him. They got married. They had 2 children, Mark and Alice. Jenny almost gave up on her revenge plan, but when the Blutes beat a rap again for the 3rd time and walked away, Jennifer decided this couldn't go on anymore, and she began her revenge plan. This series is in a few different. There's about 3 or 4. I would say 3, but some people would say 4. No, there's 4. Now that I think about it, I would call it 4. There are 4 main storylines to this series. This series went 36 issues. The first one was her taking revenge on her uncles, and unfortunately she gets caught by one of the neighbors doing this because the neighbor has become a bit obsessed with her and was a kinkhead. And when he saw her leaving the house in leather, he thought she was a kinkhead as well. She ends up, killing her uncles. The second storyline involves her having to escape because everybody found out about it, thanks to the fact that she got so tired and wasn't thinking straight, and her son got into the weapons cabinet and discovered discovered all her stash and all that other stuff, and eventually led to people talking and knowing about it. And she ended up having to kill everybody in the neighborhood, including her husband. She ended up killing everybody and then going on the run. She gets caught. She goes to jail. Her kids end up in the custody of her cousin. Eventually, they first go to the grandmother's, but Jenny eventually escapes prison. This is the fourth one, and tries to track down her children. And in the end, her children, the jail part, by the way, was its own. It's like the fugitive part and all that stuff. And then she decides she's going to go for her children. And the next thing you know, she finds out that her cousin has them. She goes and kills every last relative they have, with the exception of the cousin. The last issue shows, just as she's about to kill him to get her kids back, she sees how scared of the kids are of her and all that other stuff. This was going on during the storyline. And she finally decides to leave them alone, that they were better off having a normal life with the cousin. And the last thing you see is her going undercover again. Because, in the end, it's a happy ending, even for killers, right? So this is issue 1. One of the reasons I fell in love with this series was the covers. But the fact is, I admit, I love women with guns. They just make me feel so awesome. This is number 2. Number 3, she has a tank, although she never gets a tank in the real, in the story. It looks really cool. This particular issue was cool because her uncles realized that someone was out to kill them. All they knew was the name Hennifer Blood. They didn't know who Hennifer Blood was. And they hired a team of assassins to try and go after her. Well, Hennifer ends up killing them all. There's actually a mini-series that came out after this series that features that little assassin team in their training. This was like their second thing or whatever, and she wiped them all out. This is number 5. Number 6. What I like about these covers, too, is they show the various disguises that she uses during the course of things. Here's issue 7. Eight, which I only recently got to help finish the run. One of my favorite covers, just because it's black and white, but look at those. Look at that face. What I love when a cover shows a person, particularly a woman, just looking out, as if she's looking directly at you, or the surroundings around you. Another cool one, bullets, shell casings flying everywhere. Number 10. $11. Another cool one. This, by the way, was the first issue I ever picked up. I don't know why. Number 12. 13. This is, by the way, out of the books in the second era. Number 4, the second storyline. Number 14. Another awesome looking cover. This looks photo, but it's actually drawn over. I like that one. 15. 16. Look at that. Doesn't that just make you want to go, oh, cool, can we hang out? 17. Now, this one is a photo cover in part, and it's a picture in the middle. These books, by the way, every book had at least one other alternate cover, at least in the beginning. I'm not sure about the end. Hennifer Blood, 18. We're halfway there. 19. Another awesome one. Number 20. $21. By the way, the cool thing is most of these are disguises. Jennifer's hair is blonde. This is the issue she gets arrested in, number 22. And the book here reflects the jail arc. So here she is in prison clothing. 23. 24. 25. This one is one for you bondage cover aficionados. That is 26. She's talking to, by the way, how this cover shows how she gets out of jail. It's pretty cool. Notice how the psychologist looks a lot like Jennifer. I'll let you figure it out from there. Number 27. This is her escape. And 28, which has a really cool, as you can see, she's running away from shooting guards. That actually didn't happen because she was a little further away by the time they figured out it was her. Number 29. $30. 31. By the way, the kids know what she's doing because when they went around, the kids know what she's doing because when they went around America trying to escape and get away from all this stuff, she was killing people left, right, and center. She was literally robbing convenience stores and shooting the people behind the counter. She's not a good person. But what is it about those evil ones that just brings you? Here's number 32. This is when she's actually in thinking about some of the past as she's killing her family, what's left of the family. Number 33. 34. The cover of this is the cousin that ends up with the kids in the end. It represents her chasing him at this point. 35. It's a darker cover. It's harder to see. And the final issue, issue 36. I have discovered since I set up this video that there is an annual for this series, but the annual really doesn't have much to do with the storyline as is. So I presented this. I have the annual on order because even though people say, you know, you get the series without the annuals, I don't believe that. If there's annuals, you got to have them. Same with books like the 1 million and the zeros and all that other stuff. Anyway, if you liked this video, please like, comment, and subscribe below. Please tell me which of the covers you like the best. Please tell me if you've also read Hennifer Blood. And if so, what did you think of it? If you haven't read Hennifer Blood, are you going to read it? I just think this is one of many different series where, you know, like, they're not the top sellers, they're not the worst sellers, they're in the middle. And these are type of series that appeal to people, you know, on a different level, because what I like may not be what you like, and so on and so forth. But I do try to have a lot of different things on this channel as much as possible. I want people out there, I don't care what comics you're reading, I just want you to read them and love them as I do. Thank you very much for joining me today. My name's Matt. I like comics, and I hope you do too. Bye, everybody.